Well, it seems like it was just a few minutes ago that we were talking to Justin Gick, our political reporter, and guess what? We convinced our producer to give us a little more time with Justin, so we're going to talk about a few more things here.
Sure.
And one of them is the fun at work. Now, work for you is here, but you also do some other things on the side that keep you busy.
I do. So outside of KFYR, I'm a funeral assistant for Eastgate Funeral Home here in Bismarck, and I've been doing that for the past 2 years as well. So it's always been something that I'd like to do, just help people that are going through significant losses and things, you know, just in a little way, just helping to set up for their loved one or whatever. But I've enjoyed that the past couple years too.
I have to be honest with you. I was at a funeral one time about 1.5 years ago for a friend of mine, and I see this guy working as an usher, you know, ushering people out, and I'm going, man, from the back, that guy looks like Justin Gick. And then he turned around, and then
it was me.
So that was the first time I knew that was an interest of yours. Let's talk a little bit. Tell me why Elvis is listed on some of your things that you're interested in.
You know, besides from politics, I've covered a lot of different things. You know, some fun stories, and found this Elvis collector out in Mandan, and his whole house was just covered with Elvis things inside that he's collected over the years. So he had that statue. I'm sure it'll come up in the VO.
Okay.
But yeah, there it is there. So yeah,
he looks all shook up.
Yeah, so love Elvis. I'm a big Elvis fan. So this was a really cool story, and that's another story I'll never forget. I mean, his whole everything, the living room, the bathroom, everything was Elvis, and it was really, really neat.
So what else? You know, you've made some friendships here at work. Anything else that you want to?
Well, the Shelby Mustang that we saw in that one picture, Dan Kraft, who owns Butcher Block in Mandan. We've made a friendship over the years. You know, I'm big into Mustangs. My dad was, so you know, I met him at Buggies and Blues one year. He invited me to see his garage full of Shelbys, and kind of connected on that. And actually this past June, when the last Buggies and Blues, I had the opportunity to help him drive some of those cars down to Buggies and Blues. So that was really neat, because you're driving, you know, some pretty rare cars that maybe one or two in existence. So
you know what, you don't know this yet, but you're going to miss North Dakota.
I really am. I've really enjoyed it. This has been a second home for me. I mean, it's, you know, my family's come to visit. My mom came to visit my dad. Everyone's really enjoyed it since they've been coming to see me here. But, you know, it's definitely time to get a little closer now.
Yeah, I believe it. I believe it, because you've had some situations that have popped up in the last while that are calling you back home. You also have a bit of a law enforcement background, don't you?
I do. So before this, I'm from Cherry Hill, New Jersey originally, so I worked with them for almost 4 years.
You New Jersey kids, you and Heidi.
I know. Yeah, Heidi's from Burlington.
Yeah.
So basically 20 minutes from me. But yeah, I worked with my local police department there for about almost 4 years. Did police dispatch, was a part-time officer, helped with social media and things like that.
I think we would call you well-rounded.
Yeah, so there's
you're a young
jack
man,
of all trades, master of none.
There you go. But you're a young man, and you've done a lot of things already. What about your family? Tell us about some of the people that you're moving back home for.
Yeah, so you know, many of our viewers, I'm not sure if they know, but my mom passed away unexpectedly at the end of September. So one of my biggest cheerleaders, and you know, this has been hard packing up. She helped me last time. You know, get my stuff together and move. So I'm kind of going through those memories right now. But I still have my dad back home. So I have my dad, my grandparents, you know, my mom's side, my dad's side of the family. So everyone's back in New Jersey. There's my dad right there.
Okay,
when he came to the
he's
station.
a young man.
Yeah. And that's my mom when she came last January. That was her last time here. So that was a special time. We did a lot of stuff for Christmas and things. But that's one of the main reasons that I'm looking to head home to, is just, you know, with my mom passing away, it's time to be a little closer to the family.
Okay, let me ask you this. We're down to a minute now, for real.
Sure.
When you said, you know what, Mom, Dad, I got a job in Bismarck, North Dakota, did they go, what?
Yes, because...
Or were they behind you and said, you go for it?
They were like, you go for it, but we'd already decided that I was going to be a full-time police officer, but then I was like, I don't want to do this. I want to go back to reporting. And JR had contacted me like a year or so or before that, and I was like, let me see if he has a job. It became available in January, and I say my life changed in a matter of weeks.
No kidding.
My apartment I had to sell. We had to get a mover to get everything out here. And then my mom drove out here with me with my cars.
She stayed with you for quite a while
when she came. She always stayed a long time, and I'm so glad that I have those memories. She stayed for a couple months, but Yeah, I mean, they've been very supportive and have loved seeing my progress over these past 2 years.
Well, again, we closed it out the last segment. We decided to keep you on, but congratulations on the new job. We wish you well. Happy New Year, and stay in touch. We enjoyed your work very, very much, and I'm sure that'll continue in Pennsylvania.
Absolutely, Wayne. It's been a real pleasure here at KFYR, and especially to our viewers for inviting me into your living rooms every night.
No kidding, because without you, we got nothing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.